Good morning, Internet. Welcome back to An Artist's Life here at Bunny Hall. And I'm not sure if you can hear it or not, but it's raining, which is lovely. Oh, we've been so long, 2 weeks without rain. It's a pretty light rain, so I'm still able to film outside. So today is Floral Friday number 4, which is pretty exciting. And I thought today I would do something fun with annuals that I grow. So simply petunias and coleus, and then a few little other things. And I'm going to be using this fun metal urn, but you could use anything you like. And I'm going to be using, for a frog, the bit of plastic chicken wire I cut last time that I used in one of my other arrangements. Alright, so let's get started. Alright, so let's get started. So again, I'm using this metal urn. Now if you had something like this or a pot that didn't hold water, this happens to actually hold water, you could make an arrangement in a glass or a cup and have that set down inside and disguise the edges with moss or other decorative things. Today, however, this does hold water, so I'm just going to add water. And I'm going to use, now this was cut for a different container, but because it's plastic, which is why I love using this, I can just kind of squish this down in there to make a frog. And now that will give me those holes to help hold up the flowers. So I thought about today's Floral Friday this past week, as it's been really dry and I've had to water the planters a lot more, so it really made me think more about the annuals. And I thought, why not do a simple arrangement with annuals that most people probably grow? Coleus is pretty common, as well as petunias. And some people may not think of annual potted petunias as a thing to use in a floral decoration. However, that's exactly what I'm going to do. And I forgot my scissors, so I'll be right back. Okay, with my scissors. So the first thing, since the coleus is, and a couple other things I took, these are also annuals. I cut some of the purple fountain grass, which is an annual that I often grow, and most people do grow, because I thought the color, the bronzy, burnished color would be beautiful with this brown metal urn. And then I also have smoke bush trees, which not everyone has, but see, the flowers have already gone by, but I love that smoky quality of that, so I thought that would be pretty as well. But let's start with a big chunk of coleus. This is already, normally I cut the flowers off so that, this another reason why this is a great arrangement is often you want to go around and cut your coleus back so it gets bushy instead of tall and laggy, but because I hadn't got to this, it has a nice little flower stem on the top of it, so I'm going to stick that right down in the center. The other benefit of doing an arrangement with coleus like this is if you leave it long enough, the coleus will root, and then you can have more coleus. And I often bring coleus in the summer, or in the autumn, to have as a houseplant over the winter, and then I stick them back outside again. Okay, so I'm just starting with probably 3 pieces of coleus again. The rule of 3 seems to often work. And I honestly think, I love coleus, and I honestly think just an arrangement of coleus in an urn is already interesting enough. I mean, I think that's beautiful just as it is. I'm not sure if that's showing up. But that's the base for the other things. Now, before I put the petunias in, I think I'm going to take the purple fountain grass. And again, you could use a faux grass or any type of grass you just have growing in your yard. I just happen to like the purple shade of this. I think this is too long. Stick that in there like that. Again, possibly rules of 3 for this as well. Oh, I like that little extra. See that beautiful burnished brownish copper? So I'm going to stick that in the back. So all I've done thus far is, with the rules of 3, I've placed 3 purple fountain grass stems and 3 bunches of coleus. Now with our petunias, which you can see I should have cut these back a while ago, the reason they're so leggy is we had a water issue for the past month, and so I was unable to really water as best as I could, but that's good. Now I can take cuttings and make an arrangement, enjoy them inside, and also make the plant rebloom for the rest of summer. Let's see. And I have, I think this is Proven Winners Super Petunia bubblegum, which is one of my favorites because you just can't do any wrong with the bubblegum. I like the shade of pink, and it just blooms and blooms. So I'm just, again, loosely sticking these in. And this is also a new Proven Winners, which I only knew about Proven Winners ever since I started watching Laura of Garden Answer, and I think she's sponsored by them. It'd be amazing to be sponsored by someone, but not I. But anyways, I started buying Proven Winners because of her site, her YouTube channel, and haven't looked back. This is my second season of making sure I get Proven Winners as my petunias, and you don't really need to deadhead them. I mean, unless you let them grow too long in the drought, as I did. But look now, just a simple little spray here and there. Again, making it loose so it almost feels as if it's a planter that's being planted. I have a little bit of, I forget what this purple one is called. Oh, I forget. I'm not sure if I want to introduce the purple. Actually, that's not bad. Sometimes an individual color on its own can look, rather than sticking out like a sore thumb, can actually look almost like a magical bit. In fact, I'm going to do, breaking the rules of 3, I'm going to do 2. One there, and then this one to balance it. I'm going to add a little bit more water, just to make sure we're filled up to the top. Now, you can see we did simply 3. Oh, I overfilled it, but that's all right. 3 Coleus, 3 purple fountain grass, and just little sprigs, maybe 3 or 4 sprigs of petunias. And I'm going to use, now you could use a bit of fern or any other faux flower you have as well, but I'm going to take these branches of the smoke bush and just to sort of counterbalance the pointiness of the purple fountain grass. I'm going to stick one about here. And this other one, again, so hard to design looking from that side. I feel like I want this to be here. And I actually think I want it to be, you don't want it to look like mouse ears, but at the same time I think it kind of looks good there. There we go. And now we'll see what else does it look like it needs anything here. If this is the front like this, even the fact that these are eaten up probably by some type of caterpillar, because again, as they lost water, they were more susceptible. I like it because it looks very lacy, and it makes me think of a sort of a Venetian painting or something. But let's take a section, maybe like, you know what, I might put this back here. Just because I'm planning on this being just viewed from the front. It doesn't need to be around, but I think that that bit there, maybe just a bit more here, adds just enough to that. And look, I mean, there's almost very few flowers, very few petunias, so you could have an apartment with the tiniest bit of petunias in your yard and Coleus and be able to do that. Now let's add a couple more of these white, maybe one right down here, poking out from underneath the Coleus. This is a nice long one. Stick this up out here. And I'm not sure if you can hear the rain, but it just sounds like heaven to me. We've been so long without rain. And then another little pink one there. And this little funny little one that droops down is the perfect foil to put like down at an angle like this, so it droops low like that. There. Now I am calling that done. Again, I'm trying to make sure that my Floral Friday arrangements are quick, and actually, you know, I make arrangements from the house normally, and I often do them quickly because I just want to cut some things with things I have in the tree, or in the house, and enjoy them. Let's set this up on the edge here. All right, let's check that out. Now see, I think that looks lovely. Let's see if I can zoom in here. So let's zoom in on that. You can see the sea behind it. And I'm not sure if you can see, but I really like the it's the asymmetry of this these pieces going up here and these pieces counterbalance it. But if you can see, if there's a line running across like this, they almost match, while yet this one goes on this axis and this goes on that. And then down here you have flowers hanging this way, and that's counterbalanced by this. So that's also how I sort of look and design paintings and designs as well. So that's today's Floral Friday. Coleus and petunias in a metal urn, and I'm pretty happy with it. Thanks again for joining me today at An Artist's Life and on our 4th Floral Friday. I'm pretty happy with this arrangement, and I will most likely use it in artwork the following week. And on that note, I want to close here with a sketch I did this past week of last week's Floral Friday, which was hydrangeas and hostas and Queen Anne's lace. And you'll see, as I love animals, that in this instance I took the liberty of adding a chicken and a pug to this sketch. So probably tomorrow I'm going to share more of this sketch as I'm starting to ink and add colors and stuff, because I would really like to keep sharing how my artwork is influenced by where I live and the things I do, like floral decorations and such. So all right, well, that's going to do us for today. Thanks for joining me here at An Artist's Life, and I will see you tomorrow. Cheers!